Oh, right. No, put the camera there. Hello. Yes, this is another app that I made. Shut up. Also, speaking of which, let me just do something real quick before I forget. There you go. Right. I want to start off just mentioning one little thing before I forget that you might have seen the video that I posted semi-recently being about a game called Gunfire Reborn. I used to play a lot. I don't really play it much now. I just want to show people that it's possible to play on the hardest difficulty. As one of my favorite characters from that game being the Tiger, or Lele, or whatever the hell was his name. What was his name actually? I forgot. Off to a great start. Anyway, Addy, I'm Hydro. And I have nothing to say here besides go touch grass, or snow I guess in this case. Whichever suits your boat. I've been noticing understandable freaking out. Okay. I've been noticing a lot of people just having this weird thought process of I guess the best way I can say it is veganist minimalist. Which now what does that mean, you might ask? In simple terms, it just means in a way people who are over exaggerating something just to pretend that they are now something cool when they're realistically not. In sense of like, oh, I'm using this phone for minimalism. Yeah, yes, guys, this phone for minimalism because it doesn't have Android stuff. It doesn't have Google or Apple stuff. Do you have any idea of how stupid you look when you realize how much you're giving yourself just general handicaps for what? Style points? This isn't the 2000s, my guy. Turn your shitting brain on that you probably don't even have at this point. Like, who cares? Who cares? Tell me. No, literally. Pull your notepad out, or if you even have the application on your phone, write down all the fucking names of people who give a shit about you using a minimalist phone. Because I'm gonna bet my life now there's zilch. Zero. And you don't need to even write it to me because I am going to simply say use whatever the fuck you want. No one cares, my guy. No one cares. Like, shocker. Someone doesn't care about my stuff. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. That's all I have to say to you, sweetie. But besides phones, I've noticed that with like people who use their PCs doing minimalizing, but that's mostly like Linux snobs anyways. I generally don't care about them because minimalizing on Linux is its own false spawn, if you ask me. But you can also kind of understand for certain stuff. Mostly the desktop environment. Like, I understand people who use window managers, as we call it, or WM, as in we abridge it for some reason. And the thing is about that, I can understand it, I can see the appeal of it. But what I will never agree upon is shoving that stuff down people's throat. Don't. Stop. Just stop. No one needs that. If you want to introduce someone to it, don't pressure the person into it. Is that so hard to understand? Or do I need to write it on your forehead? Like, I get it. Linux is the new thing of the future. No, it's not really. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a system administrator, or soon to be one actually, because I'm graduating this month. For certificate, and I can simply say Linux should stay on the server. It is not desktop ready, and I do not care what people have to say. I've been using this shit for a decade at this point. I can say go fuck yourself with kind words. Let's go fuck yourself. Thank you. Anyway, those of us who still, for some reason, use Linux, have those people who are a minimalist in that sense as well. It's a kind of a different bucket of worms in this case. It's not even bragging rights. It's more of just desktop style that you want to choose or whatever, or how you want to use your PC by just, as an example, not using your mouse, which, sure, I'm not the one to judge about that. I'm the one who actually uses the keyboard a bit more than my mouse sometimes when I'm navigating my desktop, and I use KDE and Windows 11, so you be the judge of that. Besides that, what I also noticed a lot online is kind of another stupid trend as well. Well, I guess it's a trend at this point because it's so common. Privacy. Or lack thereof, because it never existed in the first place. Let's get it straight. You're on the internet. There goes your privacy, right? You can go away now. Simple as. But let me just now get it to the point. If you think that privacy matters on the internet, I will simply just point you this way. There is dedicated software in enterprise called, as an example, Squid. Squid is made to be a caching software and proxy. Now, you might have heard of the term proxy when you look up Nginx or whatever the hell. But guess what these things do? They log access. So they literally can log who did what, no matter who you are in a company or whatnot, or the internet. So what I'm trying to say here is that no matter how much you think that privacy matters, all of the stuff that you think that is going to be privacy oriented will be logging what you do anyway, no matter who you are or who the creator of the stuff is. Unless you're self-hosting, then it's a bit of a different story, because then we get into the self-hosting area, which I can probably, I can talk about that as well, because I have some experience with self-hosting. Not too much, but I have some experience. It's not hard, but it's also really not for everyone, let's say that way. If you're not ready to get your hands dirty with stuff like terminal, setting stuff like Docker, SSL certificates, which doesn't make sense when you mention SSL, because SSL is a dead thing. It's been it's not been outshadowed, it's just not used anymore. It's now TLS, but everyone refers to it as SSL, which kind of, I understand it. It just confused me when I kept seeing TLS instead of SSL. Fucking words. They're hard, okay? Shut up. God damn it. The other thing also is, like, there's a lot of things you need to know when you're doing self-hosting, but I'm gonna get to that into a moment. I just want to get through the privacy freak shits. Your loved and beloved company name VPN does not give a shit who you are. They're gonna log your files and what you do because it's a VPN. Guess what? It literally is a middleman between you and the place where you want to go. So you literally go like, hey Google, can I go on this site? You send that, it goes through the VPN that's hosted in Alabama, I don't know. And then that says, hey Google, can you send me this information? I need to proceed it to this person from blah 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 place. Then Google sends that to the VPN, and VPN sends that to you. Does that make sense? No? Well, I'm not gonna explain it. Screw you. Anyway, a lot of people who think privacy online matters are just kind of stupid, the best we can say it. Because if you want actual privacy, you look for stuff that is end-to-end encrypted and not matrix. And I want to just specify that, not matrix protocol. It is horrible, it is more unstable than the emotions of teenagers who use Linux, And it probably should not be used by people who value their sanity time and don't want to bother with the stuff called why the hell are there so many freaking clients when you can just, you know, do Windows 11 stuff and have one thing instead of having Linux or fucking messaging application. Who designed this shit? Make a standard, you morons. Like, the standardization. Why is this not a thing in open source software? Like, I will never understand that kind of stuff. Like, why in the world is open source sometimes, not always, sometimes such a fundamentally, indisputably stupid with standardizing stuff? Like, UI design is not standardized. The programs, or like, not programs, but like programming language or whatever for the user interface, like Qt, GTK3, blah blah blah. It's just like, I don't understand that. That genuinely bothers me to this day. And just, it's annoying, is all I can say on that. One thing I will also add before I forget is that I didn't take my ADHD medication, so if I'm just completely scatterbrained tonight, I'm sorry for that. That's the reason, so yeah, my bad. But now back to Matrix. Matrix is a network in IRC style thingamajig. I genuinely forgot what the fuck was it. Has not been using it since 2020. 21, I think, or 22. Yeah, I stopped using that thing because it's unreliable, broken, and keeps going down like every other day. And like, what am I supposed to do? Use it still? Yeah, no, screw off. I'm not using something that's more unreliable than my goddamn network, or internet, I guess, which is already unreliable, and I don't need the second layer of unreliability, for Christ's sake. That's one of the major reasons why I don't use it. The second reason is it is infested with PDF files. If you know what that means, you know what that means. If you don't know, kid diddler. There you go. But yeah, it's just not a good place. Also, just because it's end-to-end encrypted, like, oh my god, it's end-to-end encrypted. Yeah, okay, sure, but guess what? People can make it unencrypted and then host servers and like that. And also, just because it's end-to-end encrypted does not mean it's good. It's kinda ass how they implemented the whole thing. Signal does it all better. It's a lot more stable, and I've only had like 3 outages out of 4 years of me using at this point. Like, this is the kind of stuff that I will never understand from people. Your bragging rights are that you're a privacy-focused person, and then you're using what? Like a VPN, a DNS that you're hosting in buzz-off area. And what's your point? What do you achieve with that? Because I don't think you've achieved jack shit. You're still sending your information that you're trying to confiscate and not having the open internet. You're trying to confiscate that by hosting it on another freaking place where someone that works at the... What's it called, actually? My brain completely stopped. Provider or whatever, like server... Virtual server provider, VPS. Yeah, VPS providers and whatnot can literally just access your data. They notice anything illegal, and then you're trying to convince others that that's privacy. No, it's not, you moron. It's literally just the same thing you're doing right now. Unless there's one specific reason why you want to use it, and I genuinely respect the people who go through this hassle, but this is more for the people who live in Russia, and it's to avoid the whole shebang of banned or blocked websites and whatnot. Which I still don't know why the hell are they doing that. Whatever. There's a combination of two programs. I don't remember one of them exactly, but it's like a DNS and something else, but I don't recall what's the exact combination. I'm going off of like really old memory in this case, so I'm not gonna talk out of my ass in this case because I genuinely don't remember what exactly it was. I remember it being called Shadowsock, and I think a VPN as well, is what my friend told me he used, which is the best way to not confiscate but camouflage your sender's location and IP address and whatnot by hosting it on another place. So you just completely ignore or completely disables the end user or the website or whatnot from seeing that you're from Russia. It's the best way I can explain it. It's been really long time since I've looked into this stuff, so I'm just kind of trying to remember how it works. If someone who's from Russia and does this kind of stuff, do let me know in comments and I'll pin it, or if I can it is. And yeah, I'm kind of just going off a vague memory on this, as I generally don't remember how does this all work. And realistically speaking though, there's also one more thing I wanted to talk about, but I'm just gonna keep this short because I don't have too much mental energy, and that's more of what's going on with my life and whatnot. But I just want to keep that short because I thought to update you guys and whatnot, and I genuinely appreciate those who listen to my ramblings. But since this is the last month where I can attend my exam for system administration certificate, I'm gonna be hard focusing on that. I should be done by the second or third week of this month. I probably will write a post on the post or whatever on YouTube if I don't forget how it went, and after that I'm probably gonna try to do more of these videos if I don't have anything going on or if I'm not busy or whatever. I'll see how it goes. But I'm also kind of just generally struggling with burnout from mental fatigue and a lot of mental health related issues, so that's kind of why I've been absent for a bit, and I only uploaded the one gameplay video because I was kind of bored. But besides that, yeah, I kind of really don't have much else to say. I also will mention this, but this headset is falling apart on me. So if at some point I just completely stop making videos, it's because I don't have a VR headset, so fuck. If anything, I have a coffee in the description if anyone really wants to chime in and help me out to swap my Quest 2 for a PlayStation VR 2. I don't want a wireless headset, I don't care for Valve, not Index Frame or whatever the hell was it called. I like the frames idea, but I don't want wireless. I just want something that I can plug in and not care anymore. And I don't care about Linux. I am literally ditching that system for a good reason. And that's why I'm going PSVR 2 plus eye tracking. So, me. Besides that, I don't really have much else to say, except actually for one more thing. But yeah, I have a group of videos from like 2025, maybe early 25 or late 24 that I just never uploaded. I'm lazy and I really don't want to upload them for some reason, but it's a Cruelty Squad mod, like the version 1 of it, that makes the game way harder, and I beat it on the hardest difficulty made by the community, and I just never made a video about it, and I'm thinking to either do a commentated one or to upload it full raw, all of the maps, and just kind of let people see it if that's something they're interested. If not, I'll probably put it on another channel or whatnot. Doesn't really matter in my case. I'm pretty much done with that game and haven't speedrun the game in God knows how long anyway, but meh, besides point. That's all gonna be for me tonight though, because I'm kinda lacking any energy to talk much. So I do apologize for keeping this one a bit shorter, or shorter for my standards, I guess. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Take care.